Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. This is the Google Pixel 6. I'm drinking hot water today because the cold got me good, and yeah, you can hear it in my voice as well that I've been down for a couple of days. As a matter of fact, I wanted to make this video 2-3 days before, but I just couldn't do it because of the cold. Nevertheless, I'm feeling way better. My voice is still not there, but I'm pretty sure that it'll get there. It'll get there soon. But anyway, here we go. This is the Pixel 6, and the number one question that everyone is going to have is that how did I get it over here in India? There's one simple answer to it. I have a friend in the US who was coming to India. I asked her to get it and she was kind enough to get it for me. Now, how much did I spend on this smartphone in rupees? I spent nearly 50,000 rupees on this smartphone, including its price, taxes and all the other things. So basically 50,000 rupees. I feel that for 50,000 rupees, Pixel 6 is a great device. Let's talk about it. Let's start with the design and build quality. This phone is not small at all. It's a big, bulky and heavy phone. It is not comfortable at all. I don't know why a lot of reviewers skipped on this part, that the Pixel 6 is not comfortable. Like when I gave this phone to my friends, everyone was like, damn, this is a heavy smartphone and it's kind of uncomfortable to use as well. So if you are used to small and thin phones, then do not go for this one. You are not going to like it. With that being said, the build quality of this smartphone is amazing. Glass on the front and back, and it feels like a solid smartphone. It does not feel cheap at all. Google has done a very good job in terms of the build quality of this smartphone. I also really like the design of this smartphone. It definitely stands out, especially with the camera visor. As far as the color options go, I feel that this one is the best color because it stands out again. I really love the dual tone finish over here. All in all, in terms of design and build quality, I'm really happy with this smartphone. It's just that it's a big and bulky phone, so please keep that in mind. Now this year, the main thing with this smartphone is the custom chipset designed by Google itself. So for the first time ever, Google has designed their own chipset called as Tensor, and it enables them to do a lot of things, especially with their software. Like in this smartphone, you get all the best Google AI and ML features. For example, you can literally remove people from photos with magic eraser. The name is pretty apt over here. It definitely works like magic, and you can clean up your photos with just one tap. You can also search for terms in voice recordings. For example, if I say the word Harsh in some voice recording and I want to just search that term, I can definitely do that, and that is an excellent feature. You also get features like Now Playing, which will keep a track of all the songs that are playing around you. Basically, it will keep a list of all the songs that are playing around you, and that is very helpful. It's like a constant Shazam, and for a person like me who loves music, this is the best feature out there. Basically, Google got control over hardware as well as software, and now they can implement all their awesome features. Now, how does Tensor actually perform in day-to-day usage? Well, in my day-to-day usage, I have not faced any issues whatsoever. I've been using this smartphone for 5 to 6 days and no issues so far. It's a very smooth, clean and minimal experience. Tensor works like a charm, at least for my usage. Now, this phone comes with stock Android 12 and you get all the awesome Android 12 features. This time around, Android 12 is definitely better than iOS 15, especially in the aesthetic part of it. You get Material You, themed icons, and the whole UI is very beautiful. I love Android, and Android 12 is like the best out there. Also, I have not noticed any major bugs with the Google Pixel 6. Google has done a good job in terms of software optimization, and I have no issues there as well. Now, one more thing that Google talked a lot about in their event is their cameras and what they can do with their cameras using the Tensor chip. So let's get to the cameras. A 50 megapixel primary sensor. This is a new sensor, and Google is finally using a new sensor after a long time. Along with that, you also get a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. It does not have a telephoto camera. That is reserved only for the Pixel 6 Pro. On the front side of things, there's an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Now, how are the photos from this smartphone? Well, the photos are top notch. The HDR is excellent. In fact, it's one of the best out there. The highlights and shadows are exposed in a very good way. The colors are natural, the details are there, and the photo is just very pleasing to the eye. It's like a point and shoot camera. You point, you shoot, and you upload to your Instagram stories, and you will be good to go. I really like the photo capability of Pixel 6 over here. Now, before buying this smartphone, I watched a lot of reviews of this smartphone, and each and every one of them said that the photos are a little bit overprocessed, and I do agree with that. This time around, Google has pushed hard on the HDR processing of their photos, and that is clearly seen over here. Like sometimes the photos are overprocessed, but this happens only sometimes. Most of the times you will get a very good photo, and that's what matters. Now, one small complaint that I have over here is that the ultra wide angle camera is not wide enough. It's just a 0.7x ultra wide angle camera, and that's definitely not wide enough. It should have been 0.5x, then it would have been a very good perspective, but 0.7x is just not wide enough. Now, for low light scenarios, there is night sight, and night sight works like a charm. You can shoot some awesome and unbelievable photos using night sight on the Pixel 6. But again, the point of overprocessing comes here as well. Sometimes it feels like the photo has been clicked in daylight and not night light, and that's where the overprocessing point comes in. Like, it's unnatural. As far as video shooting goes, here's where I was slightly disappointed. Video shooting is still not up there with the iPhones. Like, iPhones are the best for video shooting, and Pixel 6 is still not up there. Don't get me wrong, the video shooting capabilities are good, but still not as good as iPhones. But all in all, as far as my first impressions go about the cameras, I am very impressed with the Google Pixel 6. I like the camera so much that I can daily drive this phone. I like to shoot a lot of photos wherever I go, and that says a lot about the Google Pixel 6. Now, these are my initial impressions. I will be making a dedicated camera review and a comparison with the iPhone 13 as well. So if you don't want to miss those videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button because those videos are going to be awesome. Now, next up, let's talk about that display. So up front, you get a 6.4 inches Full HD plus 90Hz AMOLED display. This display is excellent. Really good viewing angles, great colors, it gets bright enough, and you will enjoy watching content on this display. Movies on Netflix, videos on YouTube, Instagram Reels, whatever type of content that you consume, you will have an excellent experience with the Pixel 6. The display is of very high quality, and I absolutely love it. Also, 90Hz is extremely smooth on this smartphone. The Tensor chip is also able to handle 90Hz in a very good way. I have not noticed any frame drops whatsoever. So the combination of software and hardware optimization is on point, and a job well done to Google. Now, if you talk about the bezels around the display, they're a little bit thick, but it's not to the point where it's annoying. Like, I noticed the bezels in the first couple of hours, but after that I was okay with the smartphone, and the bezels did not disappoint me at all. So yeah, they're a little bit thick, but nothing to worry about. Now, what about the battery life? Battery life on this smartphone has been good. It's not excellent, but it has been good. It can easily get you throughout the day with some juice left towards the end of the day. It's not a 2-day battery life like the iPhone 13 Pro. No, nothing like that. It's good battery life, but not excellent. As far as charging speeds go, here's where I was slightly disappointed. So I tried a bunch of fast chargers with this smartphone, and I was still getting slow charging. It was relatively slow charging, and that's what disappointed me. So yeah, charging speeds are just okay-ish. This gets me to other little things. The speakers on this smartphone are top-notch. They get loud enough, and the sound is clear as well. The sound does not distort, you get clear-cut sound, and that's what matters. As far as the haptics go, the haptics are some of the best out there. Really good haptic motor. In fact, I feel it is slightly better than the iPhones as well. The haptic motor is excellent on the Google Pixel 6. For biometric authentication, you get an in-display fingerprint sensor, and it is slightly disappointing, especially when you put a screen guard on top of it. So I applied a tempered glass on top of the Google Pixel 6, and after that I've been having a lot of problems with the in-display fingerprint sensor. So that is kind of an issue, and please make a note of that. All in all, Google has made a major comeback this year. I love the Google Pixel 6. I'm not gonna sell it, I'm gonna keep it. I like this smartphone a lot, and I am going to use it on a daily basis. This smartphone is amazing, especially with those cameras, that display, stock Android 12, and all its awesome features. Google has done a great job over here for 50,000 rupees. If you want to buy the Google Pixel 6 in India, then call your friends in the US and tell them to come to India and get it for you. That's the best and most economical way to get your Google Pixel 6 in India. So anyway, that was it. These were my impressions about the Google Pixel 6. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go ahead that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.